What is up, my little internet? Okay, I don't have therapy this week, so that means y'all get to talk about PTSD with me. Yay! Super lighthearted and fun, right? Well, I mean, it is PTSD in relation to Star Trek, specifically an episode of Strange New Worlds. The one with the Mbenga and the flashbacks and the panic attacks and the Klingons and the war and just all of that, just delightful fun stuff. Okay, so I've got a clip that I'm gonna throw somewhere up in here, but I recorded it from a telephone camera and standing in front of a TV, and I really hope Paramount doesn't like copyright claim it, because it's just the line, the delivery, everything about it. God, perfect. Anyway,
some things break in a way that can never be repaired. Only managed.
there are some types of PTSD that EMDR can't help. So when we were watching the episode of Strange New Worlds with PTSD involved heavily, anyway, the first thing out of my mouth was actually, are you telling me that this far in the future they haven't found a cure for PTSD? That's disheartening. Which, yeah, it's disheartening as crap, let's be real. But anyways, the thing is, I was thinking about it, and like, we have a cure, like right now, okay? We have EMDR, and people swear by it and think it's so fantastic and so great. And I apologize if you hear a little bit of mocking in my voice. It's just that I've been told by multiple therapists, and I've seen in action the reasons why they've given me, that I am not a quality candidate for EMDR. And so I'm the kind of PTSD that I just get to like take my Prozac every day, you know, for the rest of my life, or until I work through my trauma, which I can't work through because I'm not stable enough to do it. So yay, right? I've got the type of PTSD that you can't fix. You just have to maintain, right? So I have therapy every week. As I said, no therapy this week. So I'm having a little YouTube session with you guys. And since you can't talk back, I just get to spill. So hey, this is actually what do I want to do that I always wanted to do in therapy, and you didn't have to worry about a response. Yeah. Actually nothing. I'm pretty boring, to be quite honest. But boring as I may be, I do have a whole chunk of my life that I kind of block out. I bury it deep down, and as long as I can keep it buried deep down, I can continue to wear the mask of cheerleader Lynn that I learned to don when I was but a wee little child, because yeah, I'm 4'10" and a half, so I was more wee, okay, it's a thing. Anyway, yeah, so it's disheartening to think that like I legit, I'm not even healthy enough to work through my PTSD, because I've got like so many other problems, and you know, yay, my body is a wonderland. Oh, let me tell ya, yeah, a wonderland of pharmaceuticals. Okay, let's be real, what else? Anyway, they're all prescribed, they're all necessary, and not a one of them actually gives me anything remotely close to a high. All I get from them is just leveled off, and I don't cry so much, which is cool, because like as it is, I cry a lot. Like I will cry at the drop of a hat. Like seriously, if you drop a specific hat and say it just relates to something that like is a hat my grandpa wore, I will cry. I will cry, okay? I'll cry. But the thing is, like, I don't want to cry all the time. And before I started taking my meds, my maintenance, if you will, I would cry a lot, like every time I was alone. It was really dehydrating, can I say, first off. Like, that's just real talk moment about it. I was legit drinking like 2 gallons of water a day because I was crying out at least 1.5 of those gallons in the 8-9 hours I was alone during the day. So yeah, that's like super fun, right? Now I take my little medis and my little juggies in the morning, and I only cry at like half the things I used to cry at. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, so I had an appointment with an NP the other day, and I was picking her brain about like drugs and like what they do and if there are any medicines that can say like make you less overly empathetic with animals. Okay. Because I have this thing where, like, if I'm feeding a stray cat, I get so worried about the thing, and if I don't see it for a day or two, I freak out, and just, like, it's, again, not every time I'm alone am I crying, but I'm spending a pretty healthy amount of it crying, and she's like, well, I mean, there are drugs we can give you, but they're not really... I don't think they're really relevant to this, because this sounds like a trauma response. I'm like, okay, yay, another trauma response. Well, at least it's something else to talk about in the video tomorrow, right? Yay, content. I'm dead inside. Anyway, okay, so I have a trauma response with animals that makes me cry. And I don't stop that one. I just kind of let it happen, because usually it happens when I'm alone at home. So, like, what does it matter if I spend an hour or so just, like, sad? It's okay, because I logic my way out of it, and then I'm good. And I also go and I imbibe a wee bit of dried herbs, and then I am so much better, which is also another PTSD treatment. Yeah, you got it. I actually, so super funny story. I just got approved for my medical card. Yeah. But you're saying, oh, Lynn, haven't you had a medical card for like 3 years? And I'm like, yes, I have. But you see, I did not do something early enough, because Lynn is a little ADHD, okay, guys? I don't know if you picked this up yet or not, but Lynn is a little ADHD. Okay, so I didn't get it to them in time, even though I got the script in time, which, yay for that. My doctor is the best, and just the best. Anyway, I got the script in time, but I didn't get it to the place in time, and so they stuck me at the bottom of the pile and considered me a completely new applicant. Like, seriously, my card is approved, but I don't know if I can actually go shopping, because, like, it says customer ID. Like, that's not really helpful. Is it the same customer ID that I had before? Because if it's the same customer ID, we've already got that on like 3 cards. Come on, guys. But yeah, anyway, so dried herbs, they significantly help the trauma. The only thing I can hope for the people in the future is, like, maybe they have that thing on the Orville where, like, she can just, ask the replicator for, like, an edible brownie, because that would be super helpful, because I don't know if Mbenga had just something to take the edge off or not, but it is actually really helpful in treating and in maintaining my PTSD. Like, it's a freaking car I've got to take care of. Isn't that so fun? Oh my god, you guys. Anyway, I can't get rid of it, so I've just got to learn to live with it. And apparently every day I'm finding out that I'm affected by like new triggers that are related to trauma. And okay, first off, I have a question. And if my therapist sees this, like this question, lady, this is generally for you. Am I ever gonna get out of therapy? Because I kind of don't think I am. Because girl, without my like maintenance, oh, it gets messy. It gets real messy, and I start crying. And even with the meds, like they can't do everything. They're not magic. They're kind of magic, but they're not magic. Hashtag mental health, hashtag take them if you need them. Anyway, it really sucks that there's a certain kind of PTSD out there that it breaks you so thoroughly. So just right down like the fault lines of the core of your being, right? And you cannot get that being together again. You really can't. You can try, but like there's a certain type of people that we can't. And I'm not speaking for everyone that has PTSD. I'm not speaking for anybody else that has PTSD. I am only speaking for myself and literally the person who inspired this vlog, Mbenga, his character. Yeah. And bed number 2. Yeah, I'm also speaking for bed number 2. Some of us are broken in a way that can't be fixed. We just have to be maintained. But like, gosh. Like I said at the beginning of that episode of Strange New Worlds, that's disheartening. Well, I'd better go see what that puppy is barking about, so peace out, my lovelies.